That was a devastating punch. After an overwhelming response, you guys are extremely keen for me to take on more animals and fight them one-on-one in a battle. I will be demonstrating which animals that I could beat and those that could defeat me. As mentioned in the previous video, I'll be giving each animal a beatability score based on how easily it would be to defeat that animal in question in a one-on-one fight. The scores range from 0 all the way up to 100, with 100 being, yes, I can beat that animal very easily, I wouldn't have any issues there, and 0 being, I wouldn't have a chance, there's just no point in fighting it, it's basically impossible, and 50 being, there's a chance I could win, but then the animal could also win, so it's 50-50. Let's see the first animal that I'll be fighting today. Sloth. A sloth is an animal that spends most of its time in trees. They've got long arms and claws to help them grip onto the branches. I think I could take a sloth in a fight. I don't think they move that fast, so I would win on the speed department. I also don't think that they know how to fight properly. I've never seen one do martial arts, and even if it throws a punch at me, I think I should be able to dodge it quite easily. Yes, this is a nice warm-up fight for me, but I'm confident that I should be able to win this one. On the beatability score, I give the sloth a score of 88. I think I can win with a couple of roundhouse kicks to the head. Possibly in the second round, maybe the third or fourth if he gets lucky. Tarantula. Well, I think I know how this battle's going to end up. I'm going to end up losing this fight very easily, as I'm not going to go anywhere near it, because I've got a fear of spiders. Even if I wasn't terrified of it, I still don't think I would win, because it could easily just attack me and jump on my body and use its fangs to bite down into my skin. If that happens, then I could end up being in pain and I could lose the fight by being hurt. As it is, my only chance to win would be to smack the tarantula with a frying pan, but since we're not allowed to use weapons in these fights, then I don't really have a hope of winning. I wouldn't be able to punch or kick it. Just too terrified. For that reason, I have to give the tarantula a score of an 18 on the beatability scale. All it would need to do would be to reveal itself to me, and I would end up conceding the fight. The only way I could possibly win this fight would be to not know where it's gone and then accidentally step on it, causing it some pain there. But even then, if I realised that I've just stepped on a tarantula, I would freak out and possibly get a heart attack, and that would make me even worse off there. Hedgehog. These are fairly small creatures. They're quite slow, but they do have one really impressive weapon, and that is they've got loads of spiky quills all over their body. I have to point out though that this is not a fair fight for me if it is allowed to bring these spiky quills into battle with it. It should have a haircut to have them removed. Otherwise, I should be allowed to bring in a load of knives with me to make it a bit more even. However, on this occasion, I will allow the hedgehog to fight using its quills intact. Since it has them on its body, I won't be able to utilise any punches. If I do try and punch the quills, they will just stick into my skin and possibly cause me to bleed out in a matter of minutes. The way I'll win this battle is by somehow getting the hedgehog to flip over onto its back where it's vulnerable and doesn't have any spikes there. Then I can belly flop on top of it and win by ground and pound or some strong knees to its underbelly. It just all depends whether I can get the hedgehog to flip over onto its back. For that reason, I will give the hedgehog a beatability score of 67. I think I have a chance of winning this fight, just need to get it onto its back somehow. I do actually have an idea of how I can go about doing that, but I don't want to give the strategy away, just in case a hedgehog is listening and I might have to fight it in the future. Ostrich. This is a giant bird. It doesn't fly, so I don't have to worry about any aerial threats. I don't fly either. It also has 2 legs, which is similar to me because I have 2 legs. So far, it's an even matchup. However, where I have the upper hand over it is that I have arms and it doesn't. Not only will I be able to kick it, but I'll also be able to throw some haymakers with my arms. It may try and peck at me. If it does try and peck at me, I can simply dodge it, move to the side, and give it a few jabs to the body. Its long neck is vulnerable, and if need be, I could just grab the neck and do like a choker hold on it. Also with its legs, it might just try and kick me the entire fight. If it does try and do that, I will do a double-legged takedown and tackle it to the ground. If it is grounded, then I could go half guard and do an arm bar on its neck, or I could do like a knee bar on one of its legs, and then I just foresee it tapping like that in submission. I just think I've got a lot of options available to defeat the ostrich, and so on the beatability score, I'll give the ostrich a 93. I just have a lot of ways that I could win this one, and I just don't think that it can live with all of these fighting tactics that I'll bring. Colossal squid. There are a lot of different squids out there with varying sizes and abilities, but I'm just going to go straight for the very biggest one of them all. The colossal squid can grow up to 46 feet in length and easily weigh in excess of 1,100 pounds, so it has a bit of a size advantage over me. I have to say that I don't think I can actually beat this creature, and let me explain to you why. It has 2 tentacles and around 8 arms. I, on the other hand, only have 2 arms. Now, I don't mind that it's a bit bigger than me. I can take on any animal of any size, but the fact that it has all of these arms and tentacles is a massive advantage for it and a huge disadvantage for me. So if I'm just punching one of the tentacles like this, then it could easily just use one of its other arms or tentacles to attack me. I don't know how strong its punches are, but it just has too many of them to take on. I imagine it's the equivalent of fighting 3 people at once. Apparently, the colossal squid has an eye that is around 40 centimeters big, so that's probably my biggest advantage. A few overhand punches to its eye should knock it out. However, with an eye that is that big, it's just going to see my punches coming, so even that strategy is flawed. Therefore, on the beatability score, I give the colossal squid a score of 6. I think it's almost impossible to win against it. It just has too much going for it in its favour. It has all of those arms and tentacles. Maybe I could throw a lucky punch on its eye and knock it out, but more than likely it will use its arms and tentacles to just defeat me. I wouldn't be able to cope with all of them. Here you can see all of the beatability scores for today. How do they compare to your scores? Do you think that you could defeat these animals more easily, or will have a harder time against them? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you want me to take on any more of these animals in a 3rd part video, then please let me know in the comments. I'm going to wait here now in anticipation for your decision, so best of luck deciding, and I hope you don't take too long because I'm just going to wait here for you to decide now. So good luck. I'm still waiting. Have you decided yet? It's tiring waiting like this. Please hurry. Thank you.